Honorable Member for Lumezi.
Thank you, very kind Madam Speaker, for permitting the voice of Lumezi to support this non-controversial but progressive motion. Madam Speaker, I'll start with what the mover and the seconder have said. This was a campaign promise of the current ruling party. In fact, what I would have expected of them was to say we suspend the loan distribution for now. We come up with a reasonable percentage that the ex-graduates could be paying monthly. The 15% that they're paying is huge, Madam Speaker. Agreeing with the mover and the seconder of the motion, Madam Speaker, the cost of living is extremely high, such that only a few cabals are having it easy to survive 3 decent meals in a day. Some people, Madam Speaker, like myself, will eat 1 meal a day by choice, not because I can't afford, but the people out there that eat a meal once a day. They're paying loans. The cost of fuel is going up every day. Bag of mealie meal is expensive in different regions. It's going as far as 360 kwacha. And then you are deducting this loan at 15%, not understanding the dynamics of what the ex-students are going through. Madam Speaker, I heard from Honorable Member for Katuwa mentioning jurisdictions like Malawi. I wouldn't think that such a jurisdiction is a good example. As we saw just the other day, we were donating relief food to a country like Malawi. So it's not the best for benchmarking. Madam Speaker, we should try by all means to be benchmarking using countries that have best practices when it comes to paying back loans. It is also noteworthy, Madam Speaker. You talked of plagiarism, Honorable Member. If indeed it was plagiarism, I think this House permits all members to move motions. Bring such progressive motions and we'll support them, so that we are not accused of being copycat members. Madam Speaker, Honorable Member talked of plagiarism, and I disagree to say this is plagiarism. This cost of living, Madam Speaker, has led to many young people into a lot of wrongdoing. Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the guidance. Just to clarify the point I was putting across, I did not mean to injure.
No, just proceed, just proceed. Just proceed.
Madam Speaker, lack of economic freedom could be one of the major reasons for the loss of life. Madam Speaker, depression is real.
Stick to the motion.
I'm speaking to the motion, Madam Speaker,
okay,
and qualifying my statements why I believe that this House should agree to this motion. The high cost of living is causing people to go into depression, failing to fend for their families. Madam Speaker, talking of plagiarism, speaking to this motion in a very subtle way, we'll be expecting the Vice President of the United States of America tomorrow in this country. We shall not condemn the plagiarism if it is repeated in Zambia with the statements that came from Kenya. It is the cost of living that is forcing our young people to get involved in the ills of LGBTs. It is the cost of living.
Order. Honorable Member, there is order. There is a motion on the floor. Let's stick to that motion on the floor. No matter how much you love this LTGB thing, please keep away from it. We are not debating that motion right now. So stick to the motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this motion is in a way telling us to promote an avenue that will discourage the former graduates, young people, from being involved in practicing the unnatural things, from practicing illicit behavior like gambling, because then they'll have a better source of income and manage the many debts that they're faced with. If the cost of living, Madam Speaker, is not addressed by bringing in such measures, we'll have so many wrong things happening, and then we'll have no one to blame but ourselves. Madam Speaker, in conclusion, the graduates that we are speaking on behalf of are voters. They are feeling the cost of living. How do we, as reasonable members, oppose such a progressive motion that is speaking to the people that are faced with the cost of living on a daily basis? Madam Speaker, tomorrow I'll be one of those members protesting, and then surely
Order,
we should...
order. Honorable members, your intentions about tomorrow are not being debated on the floor of this House. Please stick to the motion. Stick to the motion.
So, Madam Speaker, we should adopt good practices when opposing such progressive motions. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Madam Speaker, colleagues on the right, start bringing progressive motions that we should be supporting, and we make progress. I submit,
It's not
Madam
the
Speaker.
time to advise, it's to debate. Thank you.